Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to another live stream with me, Glave, as we explore through software. In today's little stream, we're going to explore what we've done with the Midnight Technician, what was done over the past couple of days, where we're at with it. We're going to see how well AI can cook us up a manager's page, and we are going to drink a lot of coffee. So, if you are caffeinated and ready to go, welcome to the world. Thank you for logging in today. Make sure you got a full cup of coffee, and let's dive on in. So, all right. So, um, what I've done since we've last spoken. What I've done, I believe I have I forget what I did with the last stream now. I don't know. So we've gone through, and all of our microservices are now secure. They communicate with they just so happen to pass in an API key. There was a video on the security setup running through how I secure not only the website pages and logins, but also how I was securing microservice communications between services. If you missed that video, I highly recommend to check it out. It was good. It was fun. We did a little bit of security diving. There will be some future videos that I'm going to be putting out with more in-depth security. We're going to take things a little step further. We're going to add, we're going to upgrade our form-based login. We're going to potentially brand it to the Midnight Technician, so it looks a little less spring boot out of the box. We'll clean that up. We're also going to be what else did I do? I added some function to the employee page. So let's turn up our services. Let's get everything booted up this morning. Oh yes, I don't know if I showed this in the last live stream or not, but I've updated the home page to include an AI generated image. As well as I had added this services section, which simply pulls all of the services from the database and populates them here. Now, I intentionally did this the poor way, I'm going to say, um, rather than having the page load and then like sort of have JavaScript go off and get it, fetch it. But I did sort of a cheap hack for it, where I load it when the page loads and populate them here. There will be a point where we, when we do our management dashboard improvements, where we will be able to, where at least I want to. This is one of these things I'm going to be cracking the whip on AI for. I'm going to see if it can do us a manager's page where we can view the different services that we offer, as well as edit, modify, remove, add some. I'd like to also be able to do be able to view customers, be able to do a search for customers, like bring up their record or their history with us and whatnot. And what else was there? I'd like to be able to, now that we have a way for employees to clock in at the start of their shift, clock out at the end. I'd like to the managers be able to view time card and like be able to create a schedule for the employees, and like there's a few things that I want to be able to do with the manager page, but we're gonna dive into that today, and we're gonna sip on coffee while we get AI to dive into it. What else did I do? What else did I do? Okay, so if we go and log in now, just gonna do kind of a high level quick view overview. Your devices are connected with tickets. So when a ticket is connected with a device, like my wife's phone, for example, as I demoed here, um, I can see that there is a pending ticket that's not being worked on at the moment. But that is, you can click on these to essentially see the tickets that are connected with each of the individual devices. You can see of course, all the tickets you have open. You can view your history, which also needs some work on the page. Um, Creating ticket, creating a device. We go over to the employee side. They can clock in, clock out. Last night I added it so that they can add a customer, create a ticket on behalf of said customer, as well as add a device. Now, if I should have set this up sooner. So I want to delete this guy of my database. There we go. So now if I were to, for an example, I want to create a ticket. It's going to first prompt me to search for a customer. So I'm going to search for my alter ego. And here we are. I found me. I am an actual customer. Let's make a ticket for them. Oh no, they don't have any devices. Let's register a device for them. So just some pre-populated data will say this guy's got a home computer that's main dev PC. So we're going to submit that device. Boom, device is good. Now we're going to come back to this service ticket. I do need to fix it so that this auto-populates the email address that was associated with this new person. But down here you can see that it grabs their new device that they had so that we can populate some stuff and create a ticket. Once the ticket's created, it will be, this page did not oh yes it did, down here. That's the other thing I added too, was so employees, they'll see their active tickets. So me as an employee, I only am assigned to, or I've only claimed these 2 tickets. I come down here, I see that there's 5 tickets open. However, let's say this one here that I just created, I can come into it, look around, see here, see that it's not assigned. I can lay claim to this. Again, I need to make this page refresh, sorry. Now it's laid claim to employee ID 1, which I do have to change that so that it fetches the first and last name. However, now that I've claimed this, if I come back into my view, I can see that I've got 3 tickets and this magic ghost space. What? Why do I got a ghost space? Cool, cool. Empty div. Cool. I got an empty div. I'll have to look at that. All right, so yeah, so now I can see that I've got my tickets. These are tickets that are still open in the pool for any other employee to grab and take. And this is what's been going on over the last 7 days, yada yada. So that's the um, improvements I've done to this part last night, late last night. Like I was burning the midnight oils last night. I went through a pot of coffee and like some like fucking 5.5 hours of code. I don't know. I was cooking last night, getting this squared out, fighting with my JavaScript knowledge and skills. They're so rusty. Oh my god. Um. So my manager view right now, I have 2 employees, and I want to be able to see a monthly report. I got to add a couple of other buttons in here, because I want to be able to do things like time cards, scheduling or schedule or whatever the hell whatever I'm going to call it, as I choke on the thought of it. Um, so here we can create an employee, yada yada. Monthly report, I got nothing with that yet. So I will be doing. I need to do it. This is where AI is going to come in today, guys. We're going to be. We're going to be putting AI to work to get it to help us out with this page, and we're going to get some extra shit done to it, stuff done to it. I got a really bad habit of cursing, and I got remembered not to curse on stream. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. So, where was I? Here we can see recent tickets, as in like the last 7 days worth of tickets, whether they're created, opened, or not. I need to clean up the CSS because they don't have their little thing on them, nor do they have their color related embed looking message. Yeah, I got these inspired by Discord, by the way, guys. Discord embed messages. I don't know. I think they're kind of clean. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So I need to be able to pull up an employee view and see like who they are, when they started, roughly what their last 7 days worth of time was, sort of deal. Some quick information, quick view. I need to be able to, yeah, a few different things. Let's see if we can get our AI buddy to analyze this and check it out. Okay, so where are we at with this? This dashboard is, yeah, I got to be like somewhat specific with this because the project's kind of large. So I need to be like specific about telling it which folders. In case you're wondering, also, guys, I got this over here on my other window. Let's drop it over here. This is my little AI, my AI window, which is just the IntelliJ's AI thing. But I need to pass it in some things like I want the admin dashboard, so like I want to be able to tell it to use this file. I'm gonna hand it in a couple of other files as well to tell it to give it some sort of like guidance. Then I'm gonna get it to yeah, I'm taking it off the screen just for the sake of screen space. Like I got another monitor. However, so I need to tell this uh some kind of nifty prompt that I'm gonna have to come up with off the cuff to tell it to help me use this dashboard, follow um my existing patterns. This controller, yes, this controller, dashboard controller. All right, here, the right one. Yep, add that one in there. Okay. And I need to pass it into DTO. DTO. Oh God, that's gonna be. Oh, there's a search feature. Sweet. Employee DTO. Okay, so. Help. helps me. Sorry, I'm gonna be kind of quiet-ish here while I type. I can't do two things at once, otherwise I'll start going all over the place. Can you help me with task? No, that's not what I want to do. What the hell was I doing? What are they called? Just action tiles? Is that all I call them? No, that's recent tickets. Why did I call this a ticket grid? That should be like an employee grid. Okay. Well, dude. Sorry about that. Just writing out a fucking paragraph of a prompt. Ba-ba-ba. Um, Below the dashboard headers. Mm, da, 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 da. Um, I want to change that wording. Okay, I want to change that wording. 128 by 128, is that what I want? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, last name, yeah, okay. See. Okay, that's a hell of a prompt. Let's see what it can cook up. Sorry about that, guys. I really apologize for being quiet while I did that. I honestly can't walk, talk, and chew bubblegum. I will trip over my shoes. What the hell does that even mean? Oh, all right. It's cooking. It's cooking. So what are we doing here, employee? Which okay, this is going to be an employee profile. Ooh, ooh. Cooking, cooking. So I'm gonna make a new, not a new file. I'm gonna make a new HTML file, and this one is gonna be called. I don't even fucking know. Employee profile view. Employee profile view. Sure. Cool. Not gonna add it yet because I want to see what it looks like before we. So copy this. All of this can go away. Paste this in here. See what this looks like. Sort of kind of happy with this. Gonna have to create that. Okay. Let's collapse this. CSS for the okay, so copy this, go into static CSS. I really need to organize my CSS files a little bit better. They're everywhere. All right, and this one is going to be, what did it name it? Employee underscore profile. Again, I feel like I could probably come up with better names for these and better naming schema because like I'm totally not even following my own. I got no guidance for this whatsoever. Cool. So there's that, and then we need to update the dashboard controller to pull in some information. Why am I updating? Oh, okay, okay. So this to this, this to this, that's, come back to that. I need to do this. As you. Da, da, da. Really need to break these into different dashboards too. User dashboard and an admin dashboard and an employee dashboard, I think. God. Oh, then I gotta rethink that because these are also used in multiple parts, different things, and those will just be mine. I could just make those into an interface. Let's do that. No, I guess that's probably a bad way to do it. I could make that into utilities. So no, I could make it into utilities. Maybe I'll do that in the future. So this wants me to do... Jesus. All right. Rename this. Just gonna copy this. Fix that. Okay, and copy this guy to this guy to get rid of this guy. And we'll see what that does. Then I do not have this. What did I call that page? Employee profile view. There we go. Look at that. Autocomplete fixed that. Control space. Alright. Now, the only other thing I need to do is to update the admin dashboard itself to include... Where we at? Where we at? Admin dashboard itself to include link. That's supposed to be a TH. I'm late. Alright. So THRF admin ID. Yep. Okay. When I click on view profile, cool. Yep. That's another thing I need to do is get a total. I need to find a way. I need to write a way so that I can grab the total amount of tickets that are assigned to a specific employee, so I can add that to the heads up card that's here. I just never actually wrote that functionality yet. Okay, so let's rerun the website. That's all we changed. Yeah, okay, let's rerun the website. Get ourselves... What did we do here? Ambiguous, because I didn't change the damn name. Oh my god. Okay, so this was admin employee / employee? Is that what I... God, is that what I called it? / employee, yes. Yeah. Try this again. But better. Here we go. Log in. Jump to the manager view. Can I click on one of these buttons? Nothing happens. Nothing happens. All right. Okay. Because I did not. Okay, so I'm going to change this to a... Where are you at? Where'd you go? 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 So we're going to change this from a button to an A, I believe, to an anchor. My HTML is also rusty as hell. It's so long since I've done like front-end development on anything. All right, so now if I do this, I get an error. Shoot. 404 not found. What did I... What is not found? Okay, because I blindly trusted AI. Why did I... Okay, you know what? Don't I do this for everything anyway? Yeah. I literally, yeah, like do this down here. Okay, so this is just gonna snag this guy. Hey, I was not smart enough to pick up on that. No way. Yeah, no way AI was dumb enough to not pick up on that. Then again, I was dumb enough to find it, blindly follow it, so who's the real dummy? Alright, so if I reload, try this again, back to my manager, try to check out my employee. Ooh, that is nice. Okay. Well done. Well done, AI. You know what? I can work with that. I like that. Cheers, AI. That was nicely done. See, guys, if you guys like this, like what this did, hit that like button. I I I think it did a pretty good job on the front end part. Now we just got to fill in the missing pieces. Okay, cool. So, what are the missing pieces in the profile here? Oh yes, so I did ask it to put up an image here if you did not have one, because um in my thing here there is not a spot here. Okay. In my DTO, um there is a um the employee DTO, there is a profile image that can be provided. Um, so this is when I'm going to go into a little late. I'm going to go into another one, um, another page for the employee so that they can view their own profile, so to speak. And I'm going to have a way for them to be able to upload an image if they want to, um, which is going to be something cool. And I'll make an actual. I won't live stream it, but I'll make an actual video about that, about how we can um, go about accepting uploads and how we can do so safely and whatnot. So if you want to be notified when I make that video, hit that sub button and turn on notifications. For now, this looks really good. I'm really impressed with it. It's definitely better than my HTML and CSS skills. So this one here is doing this. Start date. Why is start date today? Today is not when I started. Oh wait, sorry. It's not today. It's the 9th. Cool. So that worked. That's cool. Contact, employment information. Boom. Their last login. Although I don't think that last login is actually. Um, oh shit. No, that is my last. Do I have an actual last login? Ah, I do. So I have to remember to update. See, I didn't even remember that I had that. All right, so and then we got record information. Why do we have created at last updated? Okay. And mine is technically created by the system and updated by the system, but it's blank because I don't have any information for that. But if I was to if I was to look at this one, nope, this one also. Okay. Wait, I still came back to me. What? What? Aw, AI, did you drop the ball? AI dropped the ball on that one. So this should be taking me to employee ID number 2, but instead it's still taking me to number 1. Um, Yeah, that. Why is my employee? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Okay. So if I go back to my dashboard, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, I don't want to get the employee by the email. Yeah, I goofed that up. I want to be able to get the employee controller. I want to be able to get employee based off of their ID. So I gotta pop into here. Get this, get by email, update. I don't have it. I gotta pop into the repository and find this by this, find this by this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I gotta come into here. Jesus. And we're gonna make we gotta make a way to get the employee by ID or find the employee based off the employee ID. So in here, we're gonna make an optional employee. Look at that. It knew exactly what I was looking to do. Now I want to find the employee by ID. So now I'm going back into the service layer and we're going to come down to the bottom here. We're going to do a couple line breaks. Get employee by email. No, I want to public. I'll take the employee DTO, but I want to get employee by ID and take in this. And if it is, I guess, optional employee is null or empty. What did I do there? Yeah, no, that's what I thought. Okay, that should have worked, but oh, just replace it with a functional thing. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. I thought it was telling me there was something wrong. Cool. So here's where we're gonna just do this. Now we take out of the service layer and we go into the controller. And in here we make a way to get employee by ID. So my dashboard. So I want, and I need this employee ID. So this is going to be an employee ID, employees. Shit. Fuck. Didn't want to do this. I guess I'm just going to call it single. And this here has to match this here so that the string formatter knows what to do. Okay, so this should be pulling this to this to this. We're going to go into single, so we're going to come back into here and wherever I had that one by getting by email, right here, Mike, in front of your face, do this, Control D to duplicate it. This one here, we are going to just call this get single, or no, why am I calling it that? Get employee by ID. For the sake of it, I'm going to rename this guy to get employee by email, just so that it's more descriptive. Okay, this is going to be changed, and I'm actually going to be changing this at the same time. Oh, now I got to change all those at the same time too. Okay, so we'll change this, 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 and this all at the same time to employee ID. Okay, and what did I call this? Was it slash single, I believe? Now, if I come here and if I control click on this UI, on the endpoint here, IntelliJ will take me directly to uh, the use case of it. And if I was, of course, at the use case, I could do this and um, see all of the usages of it. I love IntelliJ. This is why I always say if you're not using IntelliJ, you're doing something wrong. I know there's other IDEs out there that probably do something similar, but like, yeah. Okay, so I'm getting rid of this part because I'm just looking to fetch this, and I'm looking to find. Did I call it get? Get employee by ID. Sure. ID this. Status no found, otherwise do this, there, that. Okay, so there is good there. So now if we come into our services, and if I rerun the employee service as well as the website, I'm just doing so by double clicking on this service. Now if I reload my stuff, log back in, manager view, if I check this out, it's employee number 1. Go back here, check out this one, it's employee number 2. There we go. And now you can see this one was created by Mike Glave. That's what I wanted to show you. Was that mine was blank because I was created by the system. So if I load up myself, I'm created by the system. There's nothing there, but everything else after the me is technically created by someone. So it has the list here. Now the idea here is that I want to be able to present I need to edit, do some extra work. I need to edit the dashboard for the manager so that they have an option to get in to create schedules, so that way I can list out the weekly schedule for whatever this week is. And then I'm going to I'm gonna have to add in like next week too, so that way it makes sense. But then I'm gonna come down here and like the current working period, I'm gonna say like the total amount of days they've worked this week as well as the total amount of hours that they've worked this week. Um, so that's going to be other kind of metadata that I'm going to pass in as well. But for now, this looks rather good. I do want to check something though. So I am going to pop into my Discord, jump into here, and I want to test to see if, where the hell is this copy link? Copy link, go into here, go into my employees, and I do not like this view, but sure, we'll use it. Profile, stick my profile image as that. And if I copy the link for this one and stick it in here for that one, and submit. Please don't crap out. Cool. so now when we load, if you provided an image, it will load up here as the actual image. I stored 2 images on GitHub, on Discord, just so that I could specifically show this. But there is the one for Michael, and this is the one for Mike. Takes a second to come, just because of the fact that it is coming from, I believe honestly, I believe it's just poor network. I've got really shitty speed internet here, like real crap. However, so that is the basis of this. The next step will be building out a schedule page. So I am going to ask AI to now build me a scheduling page with placeholders until I can, because that's what I asked to do here, was to put some placeholders in play for this, and here I'll figure out the back. Like, I can't do the front end, so I'm getting it to do the front end, and I'm going to wire it all up afterward. But I now need to ask it to do the same thing for a scheduling a page. So just give me one more moment. I might go quiet here while I'm typing out, but again, I can't walk, talk, and chew bubble gum, or I'll trip over my own 2 feet. Okay, so this. Have a pop-up to select. Ooh, crack. Did you ever just move around and start to crack bones and crack joints? Like, fuck, I feel like I'm getting old. Uh, okay. All right, so I'm going to get this to cook up another page for us. I'm going to jump out of all this stuff, and we are going to see if it can generate us a scheduling thing. So I'm going to add another button here to be like schedule, and we are going to see if it can add me a another admin schedule, like maybe employee schedule or some sort of a schedule HTML page. Is see if it can generate me some JavaScript and CSS for working some magic. I'm going to see if it can. What I want it to do is bring up a page that has the whole welcome header on top, and then I want to have a table for the week of all list of all employees and like their like 9 to 5 sort of schedule put in for like each given day, and then I want some kind of a way at the bottom to be able to say pick from a calendar and be able to say, okay, I want today, or like, like a week from today, say like November 15th or whatever. Um, I wanted to bring up a search for, so that way I can search for an employee, sort of like I do for the customer. Then I want it to after you pick the employee, I want it to be able to come to an input and say, okay, what is their schedule for today, yada yada, and I want to see what that cooks up with. So it looks like it is done, and we're gonna take a look at this. Oh my god! Oh my sweet baby Jesus! Okay, that is huge. That's what she said. All right, this looks huge and looks a little in depth. Jeepers creepers, this looks a little bit in depth. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Did some stuff and some magic and some things. All right, so I need to fill up my coffee cup. It keeps getting lower and lower. Somebody keeps drinking it. Um, my AI must be charging me coffee, not tokens. All right, I'll be back in just a moment. I'm gonna go top up my coffee cup. If you guys are still with me, I advise you to top up your coffee cups as well. And when I get back in about 45 seconds, we're gonna dive on in and see what AI just did for us.